Hello everyone, so in my previous video basically showed you guys how to get to this installation guide. Now I'm just gonna basically give my opinion through most of these steps on if I ran into any issues or just kind of tips going through what to expect. So just to start off, this installation was pretty spot on. It did take me about the 45 minutes. That did require me to kind of look at some YouTube videos beforehand just to kind of see what I was getting into and also reviewing these set of instructions. Let's see. All right, let's get started. So this is all really easy. Really nothing to be worried of. This is a relatively easy installation. Just always make sure you're on the nuts or bolts. You don't want to strip anything. All right, so clips. If you're installing this specific thing, then your car is relatively new, so you don't really need to worry about clips breaking. Now, if you have an older car, then that's a different story. Just be careful. These clips are either way. This clip was really easy to take apart. Let's see, 10 millimeter. Get that 10 millimeter handy. Should always carry one if you're working on cars. Probably the most common. Well, it is the most common one that you could find in your car. All right, this is all just doing some prep work on your coulter intake, your old assembly and new assembly. So this was taking off the old assembly and now kind of prepping the new one. So let's see. All right, this is all really easy. Really nothing to really talk about here. Let's get going. Yeah, some really nice pictures here. Okay, here, let's start here. So this one, so you're gonna remove the upper cap from the ECU. One thing to know, it is asking you to disconnect it, right? So you're gonna have this disconnected during the installation. You can also disconnect your negative terminal from the car battery. This is all standard practice since you're gonna be disconnecting some connectors. But some things to expect here is afterwards you might see that when you do turn on your car and you start driving, you're gonna have to drive it for a while to kind of get back to your average miles. You're gonna see that obviously your odometer is gonna still be the same, but let's say for example your fuel economy, if you were at 20 miles per gallon or whatever, it's now gonna be basically starting at 0. So if you start driving good now, it's gonna be up to 50 or whatever, 60, but eventually come down. Any little issues or anything you might see on your dash will go away in a few days, or will normalize in a few days as you drive. That's just to be expected since you're disconnecting that car battery in the ECU. Alright, let's move along. So this is just disconnecting another connector. Nothing too bad here, really. I mean, honestly, this was a really easy installation. Okay, I guess this is where it gets a little difficult. It's more of the fitment. I mean, this is all pretty tight fit, so just getting these clamps on, you might struggle there, but really nothing there. It's really hard to even damage anything there. These are all made of basically rubber, so don't worry about damaging anything there when you're trying to get these to fit on there. Just know that you most likely will struggle a little bit when you're getting these on there. Just follow the instructions and you'll do fine. Be careful with your mass flow air sensor. That's really important there. Let's see. So this is just connecting it. Just make sure you connect that airflow sensor, as you're going to get a bunch of errors when you do turn on your car. You'll see that on your dash. You want to make sure you turn that on. Alright, let's get on there. So yeah, this is basically what it should look like afterwards. And once you start driving, you hear that noise. So definitely I'm excited to hear your thoughts about this, but be even more excited to hear that turbo noise afterwards. It's really worth it. And let's see, just some more tips, required maintenance and so on. So yeah, definitely recommend reviewing this. I'd recommend this over watching a YouTube video. These should be the right way to do the installation, and really any other installation. you may have. If you're purchasing any parts, like I said in my last video, if you're purchasing any parts from PRL, I recommend you try to find or download the instructions for that modification. Thank you.